Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Welcome to the Friday Night Live Stream, everybody. Welcome and happy pre-Halloween weekend to all of you guys. It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. And yes, I've got the whole Boney theme going, just for the intro at least. Great to see all of you guys on here right now. It is definitely going to be on. We're going to have a little bit of fun this time, definitely for the hour. It is all good. I don't know, I think my complexion, I'm a little pale lately. I haven't been getting enough sun. I don't know what the deal is here, but it's all good. In the hood. Great to see everybody on here right now. We'll jump into this in just a second. I'm going to see how long I can actually keep this on before it starts to get too crazy. But great to see all of you guys on here right now. We'll shoot up to the very top. Let's see who we've got here right now. It is great to see everybody. Lord Darkside in effect. Annette Cervantes is back as well, too. Great to see all of you guys on here. Thank you so much for being here. And yes, Nestor, I am in the bone zone. You already know. I should have done like a Skeletor thing. That would have been kind of cool, right? For Masters of the Universe. But it's all good there. But again, welcome to Lord Darkside. Welcome to Annette Cervantes. ABen113, what's up? What's up? Great to see you. Great to see you. Let's see who we've got here. Chewy Lore as well. Thank you so much for jumping on. Drew's Food Reviews. You already know what it is. It is absolutely spooky season. Spooky Ween. Happy Spooky Ween from Drew's Food Reviews. Thanks so much for jumping on, Drew. Michael Domayer in effect as well, too. What it do, what it do. This is what happens when you probably don't eat enough during the day and then eventually it catches up with you. But I'll still wear my hat if anything were, God forbid, were to happen to me. There you go. Jason Kroll, happy Halloween weekend to you as well. Kyle Broussard in effect. Bus7332 jumping in with that super chat donation and just jumping right into that segue, of course. Should you guys wish to be like Bus and contribute to the channel as well, sponsorships are always welcome, of course. There, take a look at the description box down below as well as the first pinned comment, and you'll find all the details on how to do that. Super chatting does take a little bit from you from YouTube, but naturally PayPal, if you're watching on a desktop, you have those links in the upper right-hand corner of your display, but all that stuff will be down below as well. And again, thank you in advance. You guys will be official sponsors, and naturally your names will be down in lights right over here as well as the description box for the replay that you're going to see on Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So great to see you guys on here right now. And again, Buzz, thank you so much for the 2 super chats already. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is great to be on here with you as always. And of course, I had to do that Haunted Mansion theme, Buzz, because naturally I can't wait to get back to it. And I'm trying to scratch my nose like I'm really going to be doing that right here. It's crazy. But yes, I'm looking forward to getting back to the Haunted Mansion. And Buzz, thank you so much for the support and also just acknowledging the fact that, yes, we got the Haunted Mansion action going. I absolutely love it. It's awesome. So I take it you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. I totally forgot to ask you if you guys can give me the thumbs up over here or a few pumpkins. But I think we're okay because I'm seeing my levels move pretty nicely here. So great to see you on. Let's see here. Who else do we have in effect? Neofighter, thanks so much for jumping on as well. We've got some great peeps here in the house. 45 amazing peeps currently watching this here right now. This is the pre-Halloween stream. We're going to be doing a couple of reviews tonight. I'll be showing you a couple of things as well to kind of spread it out. So we'll definitely have a good time here. Ed Keaton, what's going on? I think we found a new look. Yeah, absolutely. How could I not do something for the last official Halloween setup here, right before we move into the holidays the week after next? So absolutely that. So let's see here. Drew is thinking maybe pumpkin spice tonight. Probably, but not on camera. I'm actually kind of craving something, pumpkin spice. It's funny that you say that, Drew. TC, what it's doing? What it do? What it do? Hola. Happy Friday to Ian and Annette. Looking forward to the show. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to have everybody along for the ride. 47 amazing peeps in the house here currently right now, but that number is actually higher on my side. It seems to be kind of like lagging. I don't know why, but that's okay. As long as everything is just moving and it's working, that's good. And that's going to be checking out the 1978 edition of Halloween, the best one, tomorrow with a group of friends. Excellent. You're going to enjoy that, Annette. I absolutely do that every single year. Actually, aside from Halloween Ends, I have to watch actually the first 2. I love the first 2 Halloweens, the original one and then number 2 in the hospital right after. It all took place the same night. So I'll be doing that over the next couple of days. Most likely tomorrow. I'm probably going to start that. I'll do Halloween on Saturday and then Halloween 2 on Sunday. And then Halloween is actually on Monday, which is nuts. Craziness here. Nestor's excited for Halloween. Awesome, 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 awesome. Drew thinks we're going to be doing something spooky tonight. Absolutely, of course. You know we have to do that. Mitch, website, what's going on? Peep. One word. It's all good. Larry Nguyen, thanks so much for being here as well. Great to be on here with you guys. And again, Annette, thanks so much for the info for following me on IG at Peep This Out Reviews, the tip jar, of course, PayPal goodness, and all that stuff for the first pinned comment or in the description if you're catching this live. Thank you so much for doing that. Like I always say, you guys have choices when it comes to YouTube, and I appreciate you making my channel one of them, especially on a holiday weekend night. You know, naturally, a lot of people are out doing the Halloween thing starting tonight and tomorrow, I'm sure. So Annette Cervantes, I watched Halloween like a million times, right there with you. But it's always awesome when you watch it on like a Saturday night or Friday night. It doesn't matter, at night late with a pizza. Naturally, that's always the best. Let's see here. My chat is jumping up. And actually, I think I'm going to take this mask off in just a second because I think I'm going to pass out. The way I'm talking with this right now. Oh, let's see here. You guys are all chatting up in the chat here. I love it. Very nice. Annette Cervantes, can we see you chug the year-old Dunkin' pumpkin spice syrup? Annette, are you crazy? I want to be able to enjoy my weekend. That's going to really kill me if I do that. That would not be a good deal. That would not be a good deal. Dandy, any idea where my shirt is, Skeletor? Any idea where my shirt is, Skeletor? From Dandy Chiggins. Okay. Well, I'm wearing Michael Myers currently right now, the favorite one. So that's what I'm doing there. Min likes the mask that I'm wearing. Very cool. I'm glad you're digging it. I think I'm catching up mostly in the chat here. I'm trying to jump in really quick. Let's see. Excited for Halloween from Min Lee. Excellent, excellent. ScoutRush.com. Not sure. Can't wait until Monday. I might celebrate a day early. I think a lot of people have been celebrating for like the last month and a half. Personally, for me, it culminates on Monday naturally. It is what it is. But good times, good times. Let's see here. Jaime Rodriguez, yo peeps. And again, Annette Cervantes, appreciate that. If you guys want to reach me out on social media, you definitely can. Of course, pretty accessible. Let's see. Maureen Descatado, what's going on? Jeff Dunham is is on Halloween right now with Grumpy Walk. Very cool, very cool. I'm going to actually be catching up on Midnight Club. I'm on episode 5 of Midnight Club on Netflix. I got to watch another episode right after the stream tonight. I am enjoying that show. It's so creepy. The mystery is cool. If you guys are not watching that, you are totally missing out. So good times across the board. Oh, feels good to be back to normal here all of a sudden. There we go. Wow, everything seems so much different. I can see everything now. There we go. Great to see all of you guys. Great to see. Let's see here. Nestor, ever thought about doing another video on the bridge? Yes, I will be doing that eventually. I know probably we'll get back to this coming year. Not for this season, actually, because obviously Halloween is this weekend and it's over. But things are finally back to normal mostly, at least in my area. So we'll be looking forward to doing something a little bit different as time goes by, for sure. But as we get into next year, naturally 2023, I want to get back to doing some of those on-location things again. So this should be the last year of that, and then we'll be back to a normal schedule, which is nice. Maureen Capitola, happy hello from UK. Love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here. It's always great when you guys are repping from different parts of the world, different parts of the country. If you'd like to actually put that here in the chat, let me know where you guys are watching this from. I always trip out every time I see some of those things. That'd be awesome. Let me know where you're watching this from. Ernie Eastman, Halloween Ends is a dumpster fire. Yes, it is. Absolutely. I don't think the marketing department got the memo. It was supposed to be about Laurie and Michael for the movie, and that's how they're advertising it. So, of course, you're going to disappoint people when they see what the story actually is. Let's see. Larry Nguyen, have any Halloween scary stories this year? Not this year. Nothing like that. I haven't told you guys already that you can catch on replay there in terms of like the Haunted Forest, which I've done in the past. All that stuff can be found in the live stream replays playlist here on the channel. There is a ton of content there for you guys. And speaking of the channel, guys, I think we're like 1 or 2 subscribers away from 39,000 subscribers. So if you guys want to let me know at some point during the stream here, if you guys just let me know, just put 39,000 reached or we did it or something along those lines, that would be amazing. Or better yet, just put start lighting up the chat with pumpkins. That would be awesome because it's going to happen, I think, obviously this hour. I'm thinking at some point somebody's got to subscribe, right? So we'll see what happens there. But shout outs to all the peeps that are in effect. Whoever's going to be the 39,000 subscriber, I believe, we'll see them pop up over here because it's connected. So that would be amazing. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, how could you not have at this point, right? Brand new content every single week, multiple times, live streaming for the last 9+ years here on YouTube. Consistency is king, and I'm telling you, I'm all about being consistent, that's for sure. Ed Keaton just finished watching The Shining. That is a horror classic. Absolutely. Absolutely. Classic Stanley Kubrick film, which Stephen King, believe it or not, didn't really care for. Believe it or not, he didn't care for that adaptation of his own work. So I loved it. I mean, that's a classic. That's what I know from a kid. That old lady getting out of the tub and that whole scene there was very creepy for me. I remember that when I was a kid. It was pretty wild. Very much wild. But yeah, awesome, Ed Keaton, absolutely. And I hope you're doing okay, my friend. Hope you're doing okay. Tony Montana, do you think you'll be reviewing the new limited time Chick-fil-A Autumn Spice Shake anytime soon? Not too sure about that strictly because of digestive things. That's the main reason I don't do too many of those. But the McFlurries I seem to be kind of hit or miss with. I'm usually okay. I'm a little hesitant with some of the other things. So we'll have to see. Plus the shelf life to do those things. Most of the time I try and do McFlurry reviews or any type of review like that at night. So I want to be able to get right to it. And from the Mickey D's in my area, I'm able to kind of go right out of the drive-thru into a spot, especially late night, and get right to it there, which always works there. But I'm always fighting to make sure that, you know, I can get a good representation of it to take the thumbnail with and then do the review. So chances are most likely not on that one, Tony, at the same time. But naturally, there will be some reviews with some type of ice cream type of situation, most notably probably going to be like Frosties and McFlurries and things like that. Doors Fan 91, what it do? Was saying that he sent you money for a shirt a month ago, but has yet to receive it. Really? Danny was saying he sent you money for a shirt. Let me know, actually. Send me some info on that, Doors Fan. Send me some info if you can directly, because that's through Teespring Direct. So naturally, that goes directly there, so I can see if I can follow up on that for you there. I haven't seen anything in terms of anything recently from there, but give me some detail, and I'll see what I can do for you. I'll definitely see what I can do for you. Nestor, ever thought about doing another Rune Bridge? Okay, we went over that one. Misty Smith, now everybody, before we begin, let's all practice our clapping. Here it goes. It's getting crazy. Jared, any chance of a McRib review? No. I never like to re-review things unless I'm going to be doing something different with it. Otherwise, it just becomes just a piece of content to redo, and that's not the MO I want to have from my channel like that. So no. Unless I'm doing like another patty on it, which I think I stopped at 3 the last time. But I've got the McRib a couple of times on my channel, plus a double version of it, as well as the third patty version that we did. I think it was around this time, year before last, if I'm not mistaken there. But take a look at the playlist on my channel. It's going to be crazy right there. Let's see. Annette Cervantes, if ENK hits 39K during the live stream, he will drive straight to Subway and get a sub and eat it. And you put my handle at the end of it right there as well. By the way, my handle is active on YouTube now. It's at Peep This Out, which is cool. It's been reserved for me, so I haven't done any testing with it to see if it actually works or not. Actually, I think I did. I put it into the search field and it brought up my channel. So if you guys want to tag me on certain things like that, you can. But just make sure there are no spaces in between Peep This Out. It's all one word if you can do that. But Annette, you're funny. Craziness. 44 degrees in Detroit, Michael? Goodness. It's finally getting a little bit cooler here in Southern Cali. I am very excited about that. But yeah, that's chilly. It feels more like fall weather, right? I mean, this is Halloween time, naturally. Misty Smith, all right, everybody, let's clap. Everybody clap, clap, clap. It's time to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Here we go. Ed Keaton, I'm doing well, Ian. Thanks for asking. Always, you already know. You guys are all familia. Here on the chat. Like I always say, one of the greatest communities, I think, on YouTube, as far as I'm concerned, because naturally it's here on my channel. You guys are amazing. We've got a really nice, tight-knit group of peeps here, and I really dig it, including Mama Peep, who's watching right now as well. Happy pre-Halloween weekend to Mama Peeps. Hello, hello. Definitely enjoying the evening as well on the tablet, and glad to bring you some entertainment tonight, moms. I'll be giving you a call right after, as well as usual. Dom's World, what it do? Heard so much about Halloween Ends that it was a disappointment, so I'd rather wait and watch it on DVD. Yeah, it's not really a run out, or as Ken would say, a rush out and go get it now type of situation. But just don't expect too much from it. They hyped it too much in the wrong direction, and it just killed the hype of the movie pretty quickly. I mean, it's made its money back naturally, but not the best way to end that out completely, especially if what they were going for was the way they were advertising it. That's what they should have done. Let's see. Best horror movie ever from Burning. You mean it's going to be Halloween for me, obviously. That's classic. The most infamous thriller slasher film ever made. Definitely, it's got the atmosphere, it's got that ambiance, it's got the soundtrack, it's got the character. It's legendary. I mean, really, it's been around for 44 plus years. Actually, I think it just celebrated its 44th anniversary. I want to say about 3 or 4 days ago. I think it's something I posted on Twitter with that, or I acknowledged something on that there. So craziness right there. Ed Keaton, plan on watching The Exorcist later on tonight. Good luck with that. That's one movie that still creeps me out even still, just because of some of the imagery. It's really nasty, that flick with Linda Blair. Plus they're doing a true sequel to that. Blumhouse is actually going to be not rebooting it, but doing a sequel on from the first one. So they're kind of doing the new Halloween route where they're kind of like negating all the stuff that came after originally, like in the 80s and 90s, and going from there. Oh my goodness, we got a woot woot right there from John Hendren. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And happy Halloween to you. I love the gamepad right over there. That's awesome. That's a Super Famicom colors too, I think. That looks pretty awesome. The Japanese version of the Super NES. I like that. Thanks so much. I appreciate you jumping on. And of course, official sponsor of the stream tonight, John. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Of course, you can find your name down below. Once the replay goes live tomorrow, which, by the way, guys, before we get into a quickie little showing of something and then the first review, let's do a quick breakdown really fast of content. Naturally, I think you guys may have seen this one coming. They're starting off naturally with Wingstop's Atomic Chicken Sandwich. That thing was literally up there with the first dab situation. It was very close in terms of what I was experiencing with that. That was wild. Naturally, coming from Wingstop, I expected it to be somewhat heated. I didn't expect it to be literally like a colon cleanse. And if you guys listened carefully, you probably heard the toilet flush when I said that term, which was, I had to just throw in those little somethings in there as well because it needed it. But man, that thing was crazy. Blown away with that. I had a lot of fun with the sirens and all that stuff. It was really, really fun to do. Sandwich was very difficult for me to eat. I did not finish that sandwich at all, but it was very fun to check out and to leave that for last for you. That was the main reason I wanted to save that for the very end. And then naturally jumping into the first of the series of the Pizza Hut Melts, the meat lovers variant of that actually. That was a blast to check out. Almost like a very thin flash fry wonton style crispy crust is really kind of the way that it feels. Really kind of feels like just a folded piece of pizza naturally, but it was packed with the goods. And I got to say, starting off with that one was a lot of fun to check out from there. So good times across the board with that. Led right into the steak butter bacon cheeseburger over at Sonic. My love-hate relationship with good old Sonic, America's Drive-In. A lot of fun checking that one out. I was really hoping that was going to be good. Virtually all of the butter burgers generally are pretty solid because they have a decent amount they put on. It's a very wet cheeseburger. And this one is no different. I mean, naturally, this thing, when you see it, I got hit literally with a whole bunch of butter in that first bite right over there. A lot of people thought that was like pee or something like that because it was yellow. It was pretty hilarious. I thought about that after. I'm like, yeah, that kind of looks like it could be taken another way. But, you know, butter, and you think yellow butter, you know? But it was definitely a blast to give that one a go. Very decadent, very rich, definitely flavorful, just the right amount of saltiness. Do check that review out if you really want to see some tasty HD footage. Just don't watch it hungry. That's all I have to say. Don't watch it hungry. And then coming on back into the next in the series of the Buffalo Melts. This one was the Buffalo, or the Pizza Hut Melts. The Buffalo Chicken melt itself, which definitely another lovely situation. There's really nothing wrong with any of these, spoiler alerts. They are pretty tasty for what they are, and really, really just good stuff across the board. So with the three that are done now, including with the week prior, you have the chicken parmesan melt to go with. That's going to leave the pepperoni lovers, which you guys are not going to have to wait too long. That one will be coming very, very soon. So it could be tomorrow, it could be Monday. Obviously, I have 2 reviews coming out between now and then, including this replay. So you're going to find some content tomorrow, which is another new review. You'll find this replay on Sunday at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then on Halloween, is it going to be a trick? Is it going to be a treat? Will there be a review that day? You'll have to tune in at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to find out. And then, guys, we are into November, and then everything changes for the holidays. So good times across the board with that. Marine Descatato, I love the McDonald's McRib sandwich. Yes, I got it day one, actually day earlier than they were advertising it, and instantly it was pretty tasty. I don't know if there's something different about it this year, but I loved it. Definitely pretty tasty, and I got it with extra onions and pickles, as I usually do. It's really, really tasty. Let's see. And at Cervantes, yeah, at Peep This Out. I told Andy to reach out to you regarding merch. He's referring to good. I appreciate that. Thank you. I will look into that and see what I can do for you there. I see what I can follow along with or follow up with as well, too. Chua says, happy Halloween to Ian and Carol. Thank you so much. I will definitely let her know. She is watching her shows on Netflix right now. She's just trying to relax after last weekend's very busy schedule for her. Just really kind of getting caught up. She's kind of getting caught up by this weekend for the holiday weekend, actually, for Halloween. Good times there. Ed Keaton, are you willing to review other sandwich houses like Jimmy John's? Jimmy John's is actually out of business by me over here, so they are gone. Jersey Mike's, absolutely. I would like to actually do something from Jersey Mike's. I just have to figure out a time to interject something in at the same time. Nestor, does your logo character have a name? Yes, his name is Little Ike. And you may notice in the little trademark section at the bottom description, and every video that I have down below in the description box, you'll see that. Little Ike Productions. That actually is supposed to be a cartoon version of myself. That's what that's supposed to be. I actually kind of flirted with the idea of actually having a live action version of that with me holding up the magnifying glass with a green hat and a green trench coat as like the new version of my avatar. But my avatar is it's been around for so long, and I think a lot of people recognize it, that I don't want to just change that naturally. But I was thinking about that. Claw and Go, what it do? Thanks so much for jumping on. I'm doing okay. I am doing okay. Misty Smith is going off. Brody loves to eat his food, and he also has to play tambourine. Everybody clap your hands. It's Wiggly showtime. We're about to get into the first review here in just a minute or two. I do have something I do want to show you right before that, though. Chua Lord, 2 more months to my birthday, December 2nd. Very nice. Coming up soon. We'll definitely sing for you. Lord Darkside, so we got evidence in this stream that Ian is a shapeshifter. Funny. Very nice. Chua Lore, have you tried the Ghost Whopper from Burger King? Yes, absolutely, Chua. All the versions of the Ghost Whopper through the years as well. Take a look at the Burger King and the BK playlist here on my channel. You'll find details for all of that as well. But of course, the Ghost Pepper version that came out, I had one of the first looks of that, of course. Let's see. Why does Little Ike look like he does on the Peep Caps? Peep Caps? Mitch, website. What do you mean by that? Looks like he does on the Peep Caps. His face hasn't changed really, except maybe early on. There was a very early version of him actually that I actually found out wasn't actually legit. So I had the other one redesigned, and that's the stylized version that you guys have available now. So good times. Larry Nguyen, have I heard of a place called Mamalu Dumplings? Yes, I have. I've tried that actually. The wifey and I have tried that. Very tasty, very tasty. Let's see here. Very nice. Min Lee, my birthday is coming up. Can you please sing my birthday? Min, when is your birthday going to be? Did you just say that one was going to be in December? Where was that? Hold on. I'm getting totally mixed up here. If it's December, I think that was one for December. We'll come back to it for sure. Absolutely there. Make it more special. It's got to be closer to that time. We'll have to see. Mitch website, his skin is darker on the official Peep This Out hats. Yes, it's the way that print comes out. It's the way the printing comes out. Believe me, I had a lot of trouble going back and forth with the people over at Teespring because they couldn't quite get certain things correct. And that was the thing with that. So it comes out just a little bit darker naturally, but of course, as you're wearing it out, it's going to be naturally the sun will begin to kind of do what it needs to. I have a feeling there and kind of lighten it up. See, he looks a little dark. I know he looks a little dark there, but at least the character is recognizable, right? Let's see, what made you call your character Little Ike? Little Ike is actually the best man at my wedding. My buddy Sean, actually. He's nicknamed me Ike a long time ago. And that was actually the name that kind of stuck so far there. So that was the reason for that there. And Little because naturally just kind of what I just threw in there. So no real other reason for that, but you know. Whoa, Min. Okay, November 2nd. Well, in that case, just to be on the safe side, because I'm going to miss it for next week. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Min Lee. I appreciate you being part of the community and for being here on this pre-Halloween weekend stream. Happy birthday to you. And many more. I hope that was good for you, man. And a very happy birthday. Health, happiness, and success always. It is all good. All right, before we jump into the stream here, or actually the first review, guys, it's been a while since I've shown you some goodies from Masters of the Universe. We're going to jump into a couple of them tonight here. This is the first one that I never had as a kid, but always saw my friends have. This one is Leech, part of the Evil Horde, Evil Master of Power Suction. And this one actually kind of sticks to walls. He sticks to mirrors, sticks to metal. Looks really, really cool. Celebrating the 40th anniversary. Look at that little shimmery 40th anniversary goodness on the very top right over there. And actually, just like I forgot the last time, hang on one second here. I always forget this. And I just want to make sure, hang on one second. Let me bring this up here. There we go. And let's bring this back. Now this should be a little bit better because it's going to try and focus a little bit better. Okay, so there we go. Mr. Leech himself, Evil Master of Power Suction from the Evil Horde. A very cool looking character. Looks very ominous. If you notice, he comes with an extra head. Perfect for Halloween, I thought. And yes, wow, that guy has an ugly... True, he really sucks. Yes, he does. But take a look at the very back, of course, the artwork. These things are just so cool. Leech's energy draining suction brings even Eternia's mightiest to their knees. Really cool. And he's actually grappling it up with Tongue Lasher, who's going to be coming out next year. And definitely looks really cool. It's trying to focus. I know it's contrasty because of the white that's there. But as you can see, goes into the modes of suction, and of course they're showing all the other characters that are in effect there. You're going to see one other one from this group later on, but very cool. Again, just another little bit of goodness that is the Masters of the Universe, and just they look so cool. These things just look so great, and again, it takes me back to my childhood, of course. So comes with this trademark crossbow right over there and a couple of extra hands and a different head to get rid of the suction, but very, very cool. Celebrating again the 40th anniversary of Masters of the Universe. So very, very slick for that there. So another one. Larry Newman, you should be He-Man for Halloween. No, I can't do that. I would definitely be Skeletor though. I would definitely be Skeletor. It's Beer Drag. What's up? I got the original Sunman. Very nice. I've got that one also there. Absolutely. Very cool. Great to see BDS in the chat here, of course. One with the box haircut. Very nice. Actually threw away the loose Battle Cat without the face scary move and just had the armor. Cool. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Good times with that one. And guys, jump on over to It's Beer Drag. You got to jump on over to his channel for sure. There's always some awesome stuff over there. You already know what it is. But again, Masters of the Universe, that is a weak spot in my heart naturally because of what it is. I have just about every single, if not every Origins character so far anyway. I'm working on some others. But it's good stuff. Definitely good stuff. It's Beer Drag. My fiance got me the redone Sunman 2 times. Very nice. Very nice. Very cool. There's 2 versions of them. There's a 3-pack at Target, and then there's the main one, and there's actually a collector's edition that came out like a year ago that you can pre-order, and then finally came out, which I have that one also there. But good stuff. Sunman, without a doubt. Rulers of the Sun. Some good stuff right over there. Dylan, any luck seeing Terrifier 2? Yes, I did see it, and it is over the top gruesome, but almost in a slapstick kind of way. I mean, a lot of people are saying they're falling like they're fainting and all that stuff as well. It's Beer Drag, Motu forever. You already know. Absolutely. Good times. You'll like the one that's coming up later on in the stream. I think you're going to like what I've got. I've never had that character, and you'll see him later on in the stream also there. But yeah, Terrifier 2 was such a wild movie. Way too long for what it is, but man, what a love letter to 80s gore. I mean, it was really hardcore the way they did it. It was really pretty wild. So Art the Clown is easily probably the best looking scary type of clown outside of It, naturally Pennywise, but this one, Terrifier, is way scarier looking, way scarier and very violent. It was insane, definitely insane. So easy recommendation. Just do a search online to go watch that. Naturally, it's available in like select theaters, but it is really, really something else. just to kind of like blow your mind in terms of they really did that. It's crazy. Some of the stuff is crazy. The story leaves a lot to be desired because I'm just going to tell you right now, they don't explain certain things. Like you really want some answers as to, you know, why is he doing what he's doing? Where is he coming from? And certain things that they kind of bring up but that they don't come back to. So it's going to frustrate you a little, but the gore is off the chart. It is off the chart. Almost like desensitized funny in a way because of like, you know, it's like, it's not real. But it's just crazy what they do. It's absolutely crazy what they do. And speaking of being crazy for what we do, I think it's time for that first review. If you guys are ready for the review right now, give me a butcher knife here in the chat. A butcher knife or a ghost, whatever you want to do, just so I know that you guys are ready for it. And that, yes, you have to watch it. I mean, the first one's classic, but this one is like 90 times over the top from the first one. It's crazy. It is crazy. Let's see. Yes, they made the budget back 20 times over. Yeah, it's like over $5+ million plus, more than that now on a budget of I think 250,000. The first one was made with 100,000, and it did pretty well. But this one easily guaranteed part 3. Guaranteed part 3. All right, we got the butcher knives. We got the ghosts coming in here right now. That's awesome. It is all going in effect. Very cool to see everybody ready for action. Ed Keaton, yes, they're still trying to make the He-Man movie, supposedly filming as of April of next year, which I'm excited to. And it's, incidentally, Black Adam, the guy who plays Atom Smasher, was originally attached to play He-Man, and I'm glad that they're not going with that guy, because if Atom Smasher was any indication of him as, like, you know, He-Man, I'm like, no. No. So we'll see what happens with that there. All right, we are ready. So guys, with Halloween being trick or treats, it's all about treats and sweets and things that are fun to eat. So I thought I'd kind of keep it a little simple. We actually have 2 reviews tonight, but this is going to be the first one. And I know I don't like to disappoint Drew, especially because he is all about Hostess Box Opening 101. We're going to be going into some creepy caramel ding-dongs, baby, with Scream filling. Limited edition action. I've never tried the caramel variant of these, and I wanted to check this out over here. So definitely a pretty awesome situation. Tony Montana, Black Adam was just okay, very overrated for what it is, but it's entertaining. Just don't expect a lot from The Rock in terms of just, you know, certain types of, you know, character development. It's very basic. But at the same time, the action is awesome. And of course, the ending, the stinger that you're going to see after the credits is banging because of what it is. But that's the main thing. But guys, creepy caramel ding-dongs with Scream filling. Obviously, it is Halloween themed. You're going to find this review actually in the live stream replays playlist, as well as the Halloween theme reviews playlist that I've been updating only during Halloween time. I've actually added a few things to it. But I thought I'd give this a go. Basically, what we've got here is spooky wrapping for shareable snacking. So I'm excited to check out the packaging, because you guys all know I'm a big fan of the marketing with these things here. So very, very cool. For celebration tips and sweet treats, go to hostess.com, hostesscakes.com/Halloween, #unsponsored. And as always, we are going to do a box opening 101. We are going to open up the side, and we are going to bring this around. And like I always say, I still see some reviewers who are reviewing stuff like from Hostess that just destroy these boxes, and they don't open them right, because they're meant to be opened up like they're like little boxes of being opened, not ripped up to the side, and then you just have to kind of struggle to get these things out. So you basically run your finger around the whole thing here. So when you get to the end, you open this up so they sit on the counter. And I gotta say, these look pretty cool already, guys. Look at this. It actually has a subdued looking package. I didn't think there was something on that compared to what it says on the back, but I guess it's supposed to be like that because it's supposed to be ghostly, so to speak. But take a look at the package with that. If you guys can kind of see that there. We got witches. We got pumpkins. Let me try and keep that focus. My focus needs focus. Focus, 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 focus. Maybe it'll focus. You guys can kind of see the pumpkins. We got witches. There we go. We got a tree. This looks pretty wild. So let me put this over here. Caramel on this. Caramel filling. Caramel cream filling. I guess the official description with this is fudge covered cake with caramel cream filling. So this should be pretty interesting. So let's open this up. Oh yeah, it's got that Hostess chocolatey ding dong aroma. And I can kind of see the bottom of this, the cake. Actually, hang on one second here. Look at that. It's not fully covered. So as you can see, there is the fudge action. This one looks like it needs a little work in the chocolate department. Just it's not fully covered. I'm used to these being fully covered with that, but let's give this a shot. Here we go. The creepy caramel. And I love the way that the drizzle looks on this over here. Creepy caramel ding dongs with caramel filling and the creepy caramel. Let's give it a shot. Let's peep this out. The caramel comes to the party late. Initially, you're getting the ding dong flavor of the chocolate, the sponge cake goodness, and then the caramel filling on the inside of this one here. So just to kind of bring this around, and it's probably not going to focus because of the white cream. It's really having a hard time. The cameras always have a hard time with this. I like it. It's just it's very subdued caramel, but it doesn't really do anything overall in terms of enhancing the flavor of the ding dong itself. It's just a light little caramel goodness at the end, but it's very soft. It almost feels like buttery in terms of the freshness. So it's got a little bit of the sponge aspect of it there, which is nice. And the sweetness is not off the chart. You think it might be because of the chocolate that's there. So not bad. This is a nice variation of the Ding Dong. And honestly, compared to the other versions I've done over the past there, naturally, I've always looked at this and I kind of pass on it. I'm glad that I'm adding this one to the playlist to give a go because it's not bad. VI just bought these like 2 hours ago. Nice. This gets a little better as you go, maybe, because you still have some of the residual from the first bite. But I gotta say, I like that. I like the fact that it's not a very heavy caramel flavor and it doesn't mask and overpower the type of chocolate that this has here. So let's just knock it out. We'll give it a rating. It's tasty. It's not bad. I dig it. I really dig it. Almost getting like a maple syrup vibe from that because of the caramel, but I like that. That actually got better after the second bite. So very tasty on this one. And let's see here. 2 cakes is 120 calories. So we're looking at about 160 per. And not bad for a little treat, little sweet treat. I'm not going to eat 2 of these at one time, but one is really all you need, to be honest. My itch is pretty much satisfied with this, but as you can see, very cool packaging. I'm totally digging the fact it's got that creepy aspect of it there, and really something fun for the Halloween party situation, as well as maybe just giving these out if you guys didn't want to do that. 10 individually fudge-covered cakes with cream, caramel cream filling, limited edition. And again, pretty fun packaging, just to kind of illustrate the stuff that's on there. So very, very cool. Really, really nice. So glad to have given these one a shot. I was looking at the pumpkin spice iced cupcakes, and I'm like, no, this is a Halloween situation. We got to do this, and I'm finally adding this one to the list right over here. So if you've seen the thumbnail, you know exactly what to expect from this. Really, really tasty, and I'm glad to have given this one a go. So absolutely on that there. So sugar is not too bad on that, like I said, but man, it is definitely up there overall. So score-wise, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would go, I guess, just a low 8. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it's got a very nice caramel type of hit that it gives you, like a little bit more of like an even keel type of hit at the very end. So you're going to get that Ding Dong flavor initially up front, as you should, and then the caramel subtly kind of comes in there. It gets better as you go. So I think a low 8 is definitely a pretty bomb situation for that. Not bad for what that is, for sure. And naturally, very glad to have checked that out. Absolutely. Very tasty. All right, so let me see here. It's Beer Drank, a smoke a beer and tune back in. Very nice, Ian, you're the guy. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, always. BDS is definitely on it always. One of my peeps from way back in the days and still just banging out that quality content. And again, congratulations on the nuptials, all that good stuff too, coming your way. Nothing but love and light always going forward. You already know. Let's see. John Hendren, Ding Dongs are goated. Greatest of they are classic, right? They are classic. This will be a 7.5, says Tony Schultz. Nope, went just a little bit higher with that. Just a little bit higher. Jackie Hero Food Reviews. Jackie, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Appreciate you guys all being here right now. Happy pre-Halloween weekend to all of you guys, as always. And in honor of that, of course, I've got my Michael Myers shirt on, ready to go. I can't believe this this is the last week to use my lights in here. We've had these going for a long time, for the last few months now, actually. So it seems crazy. It flew by. Everything just flew by this year. It really did. Let's see here. Moving on down. Take a look at one other Masters of the Universe goodie for you in just a second here. Super chat donation. Beardrank jumping in there. Thank you so much for keeping it going. Blessings and stay vigilant, brother. I appreciate you. Beardrank Shorty, I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, featured down below. You'll see your name in lights in just a second once it pops up over here. But I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very happy Halloween to you and yours and your family and everybody. Hope you're staying safe, staying well. You already know. Let's see here. It should be popping up any second now. It's a little delayed. Come on, give me that love. Give that Halloween flair. Where is it at? There it is. Woo! It's Beer Drank. There you go. Stay frosty, my friend, always. And yes, Annette, I appreciate that. Hit the like button. Dom's World, any plans for Halloween? Yes, I have some stuff to do, some family stuff, but actually tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing kind of like a pseudo Halloween costume thing / birthday thing for my brother, actually, my brother-in-law. So that's going to be a lot of fun at the same time, too. Looking forward to that. All right, let's see here. All right, looks like we're all getting caught up. There we go. Oh my God, Tony Montana, Jeff Goldblum actually turned 70 last Saturday? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, it's crazy. It's Beer Drank, not to worry, don't even need it. Oh man, I appreciate you either way. Love your energy, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yours as well, man. You're always on one. You are always on one, my friend, definitely. It's good times across the board. Let's see, Tony Schultz, how long have you done these live streams? It's been a few years now, actually, going way back. I think so we talked about this a few weeks ago, and I think somebody found my first live stream. I want to say it was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, roughly. Has it been that long? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I mean, I've been live streaming or just actually YouTubing it since October 15, 2013. So to next year is going to be the 10-year anniversary. There are going to be some big things we got to do for that. We'll have to see there. So good times, good times. So I appreciate the donation there. Beer Drank, as always, of course, listed down below. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's always spooky season for Manette Cervantes. Yes, it is. You already know. You already know. All right. It's Beer Drank. Hey, do you still own any Centurions or Dino Riders? No, not. Those pretty much went the way of the dodo for me a long time ago. But Masters of the Universe, I have a lot of my old stuff that's actually in storage, actually. My mom knows a lot more about that than I do because it's not with me. But, you know, Masters of the Universe, that's my main thing right there. But I was definitely a fan of Centurions, Dino Riders, Mask back in the day. I had that Corvette, the Camaro, with that main little dude that basically the wings came up. There was also a motorcycle that flipped down, like a vampire thing they called it, I think. Didn't have the truck. I didn't have a few of the other things there, but Mask was pretty awesome. Transformers, obviously. I always wanted Voltron, but never got it. I couldn't, my parents never got me that there. That was definitely a little too expensive at the time. I think Matchbox brought out the US version of that. They were metal die-cast lions, and I loved them. A buddy of mine actually had the imported version from overseas. I remember when I went to grade school, had the 15-car Voltron set at the time that I was like, oh my God, you're so lucky. But I was always a fan. That's a movie we need. If you guys think we need a Voltron movie, give me a lion here in the chat, because you guys just don't know. If you guys are not into Voltron from back in the day with those lions that come together to form that big robot with the sword, that was a banging show. It really was. But of course, the show that I loved consistently was Masters of the Universe back in the day. ABen13, yep, you already know, Larry Nguyen right there. But yes, with Masters of the Universe, of course, that was my jam. That was my jam. So speaking of jam, let's go in for one more. Guys, this is one that I never had until right now. Snout Spout, Heroic Water Blasting Firefighter. The original version of this had the ability to have him actually put water directly into him, but now they have like a backpack that you basically squeeze the head in there and suck the water in, and then you can kind of spray. But this is another cool little deluxe 40th anniversary variant of these here, and they are really pretty cool looking. This one, as you can see, my mom loves elephants, so I always think of this. I always think of my mom when I look at this character because she loves elephants. But a very cool looking character at the same time, and he comes with a couple of different head attachments here, which the original one did not have. But he looks really, really cool, but very slick right over there. So taking a look at the back of this one here, I think it says, known as Eternia's bravest, Snout Spout charges into danger without question. And he's going at it with King Hiss and Cobra Khan, both who are going to be coming early next year as part of the Snake Men, which are very cool. And then leading into next fall when Snake Mountain finally arrives. But very cool, guys. But as you can see, we've looked at all of these characters in effect here for you. And it shows you the effect of, or how you actually get the water into him right there, which is very cool. So basically putting him into that there, instead of taking off and squeezing it into the body, it goes directly in the back with this little backpack right here. So kind of cool how they did that there. The artwork is always so cool with this. But again, Snout Spout, another very cool character, another cool warrior for the Eternian side of goodness right over there. So douses the enemies with firepower. Very, very cool. Or douses the enemy's firepower. Very slick. Very, very slick. So there we go. 2 of them. We have Leech, naturally, and Snout Spout. So the 2 of them together. Very, very cool. Let's see. Riley, saw a review. You said a taco was riding a convertible. That's what that means. What? What does that mean, actually? Riley, hey, Ian, saw a review. You said a taco was riding a convertible. Was riding convertible. What's that mean? Mean like it's open-faced? Probably open-faced, I would think there. Oh, too much, too much, too much. Thundercats, Ed Keaton, do you like Thundercats? Yeah, Lion-O, absolutely. That should absolutely be made a live-action movie. There's a lot of properties in the 80s that need that action. Absolutely. I'm surprised they haven't done them yet. It's Beard Drag. Yes, Castle Grayskull, regular version or the metal version. Voltron movie is essential, but the movie that needs to be made is Zelda. Yeah, I would love to see that. After they do the Super Mario movie, I would love to see a real live-action movie with Zelda. That would be awesome. I'll be honest there. But Castle Grayskull, which I have way up on the very top over there, definitely dig the original version of it there. Which metal version are you talking about? Is it the one that came out with the DC Age? I think there's one. There's like a really weird-looking face. Because if it's Castle Grayskull, of course, there's only one Castle Grayskull, which is the main green one. For sure. But good times, definitely good times with that. And of course, Eternia, which is coming next, actually in 2024, I think it's going to be another couple of years away, that you can actually purchase right now off of Mattel Creations, which is pretty awesome. Spirit Drank, Loose Roboto, very nice. Duplicate mint on card, very nice. I'll shoot you tough for it. That's my all-time favorite figure. I've got him up there. He's actually, they're up there. I've got them all. I don't know if I can part with that. But just so you know, Beer Drank, Big Bad Toy Store actually has a lot of the other figures that are actually going to be coming back out again. I think it's Merman, She-Ra, Roboto, I think is one. And they have November listed there. So I'll see if I can shoot you on Messenger. I'll shoot you a link directly to it there and see what it is. I think that's where you can find it. And it comes out, it's like $20. So without a doubt, that's what you're going to look for. Absolutely there, for sure. Once the stream ends, I'll send you that info on Messenger for you. So good times, good times. Let's see. Garfield coming out in 2024. Yes, unfortunately, with Chris Pratt voicing him as well as Mario. Larry Nguyen, never watched the Power Rangers too much. I know the show. I've watched the movie. I thought the movie was pretty cool. Yep, Roboto is essential. Absolutely. Classic stuff there as well. I love that character also. They're awesome. They're awesome. All of them. All right. Lord Darkseid. Every time I hear Jeff Goldblum, I think of Ian Malcolm. You know what? I always think of Brundle, Seth Brundle from The Fly, 1986. That's a movie you should be watching for Halloween weekend. 1986 version of The Fly with Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis. That is essential watching right there. On top of Return of the Living Dead and The Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead, 1981, not the boo-boo one that came out in 2013, that tried to be hardcore but was nowhere near as hardcore it needed to be. So yes, you need to do that. You need to do that. All right, if you guys are ready for the final review of the night, give me a... Oh, we'll just keep it easy. Just give me a ghost. Give me a you know what? Give me a pumpkin. Give me a pumpkin right over here. This is perfect. Give me a pumpkin. And we'll just call it a day just with the pumpkin. Yes, Dylan, Brundlefly. I always say that to my mom whenever we talk about certain things and we talk about, you know, being bothered by Brundleflies or mosquitoes or whatnot. Good times across the board. You already know. Good times. We got massive pumpkins coming into effect here right now. BDS, I appreciate that. Subscribe, hit the like button. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. Like button and wave, you already know. All right. Guys, this one actually is going to be a fun one because I didn't expect on this here, but this was a little bit of a present at the same time. But it's something that I think just to kind of end out and round out the evening, because obviously with Halloween coming up, in a few days, this really kind of feels very, very fitting. And naturally, if you guys are putting pumpkins on here, there's a reason for it. So this should be kind of fun to do. We got pumpkins coming in hot and heavy from everybody here. Look at this. We have Annette with the pumpkins, Min Lee. BDS is definitely, let's go subscribe. Here we go. Randy Molina, Chewy Laura as well. Misty Smith, Twist, you girl. Always on one. Always on one, Misty. I appreciate that. Oh, and the Lost Boys too. You got to watch the Lost Boys this weekend. Definitely. Outside of the Midnight Club, which is really a creepy, creepy show on Netflix. I love it. Episode 5 I'm on right now. Really awesome. All right, we got plenty of pumpkins in effect here as well right now. Let's just get into it, guys. Coming in hot and heavy from Dunkin'. Take a look. We've got a pumpkin donut. I had to do some form of a pumpkin donut right over here right now. And naturally, this is a nice way, I think, to close out what this is going to be. BDS, super chat donation again. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I definitely needed to do something like this. Like I said, this was kind of something kind of fun, and I was like very surprised. I went over to my local Dunkin'. I'm like, yeah, let me just see what's going on over here, and have a nice little box that this is in. I don't know too much. I saw this was posted. I want to say a few days ago on Chew Boom. But wow, this feels like it's full. I think this has got something on the inside right over there. And take a look right over here. All the magical effects right over here as well. Beer Giant donated $4.99. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. This is the Dunk-O-Lantern donut from Dunkin'. And it looks really cool. Basically what this is a standard yeast-filled donut filled with vanilla buttercream, and then it's decorated with orange icing and a little, supposed to be a pumpkin grin right there. But it seems kind of perfect. And I guess considering my little buddy that I have right over there underneath me, I guess it's kind of, does he kind of look like that? What do you think? If I put him like right over here? Nah, he's kind of lit up. He looks better down below, but this looks kind of cool, guys. So I thought I'd go for a couple of bites on this right now and see what's going on with the situation. These are going to be all through the weekend if you guys don't have them already. Yes, very uncanny from Anfisa Jess. I appreciate that. But yes, looks like Charlie Brown. It could, yeah, I guess it's got the Charlie Brown with the sweater, right? Across the chest. I guess so, huh? That's pretty cool, with the mouth anyway. But something kind of quick to draw. Yes, Ed Keaton, he doesn't look too happy because I think he's about to get bitten into and he knows it. But yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. So vanilla buttercream, I thought I'd give this a shot. And again, I just want to keep showing it to you. In the very back, it's just the standard version. They had some powdered versions of them as well too. That this was right next to one that was powdered. But I appreciated it and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And it looks really, really nice. So the Angry Pumpkin, he looks kind of like he's kind of got like a very nonchalant, like whatever. I'm not really a fan, but it's all good. But the icing looks pretty banging on this. So let's give this a shot. I'm going to hold this over right now. This is the Dunk-O-Lantern donut from Dunkin' Donuts. Let's peep this out. And I think I'm going to go right on the very stump on the very top right over there. Here we go. Mmm. Sweet. Very sweet. Wow. Fairly fresh. And that vanilla buttercream is banging on the inside. But man, the glaze is heavy, guys. The glaze is heavy on this. So I'm really glad this wasn't just the spider donut again. They have that also. I saw that. Naturally, that's the standard regular glazed donut. They put like a little donut hole in the middle and they decorate it with the legs and everything and icing with the two little eyes. But I prefer this easily. I mean, this is really, really tasty. So pretty delicious on this one, guys. It's fluffy, definitely fresh, pumped full of vanilla cream on the inside right there. And yes, Drew, pumpkin killer. He still looks upset, but look. He's holding his composure with the his complexion right there. He's holding his composure. So it's not bad. I'm not really a super fan of filled donuts like this, but aside from the cake batter donut, which they had, I think around, I want to say it was the Girl Scout cookie time frame when they were coming out with a lot of the Girl Scout cookie types. This is actually pretty good. I mean, it's really, really sweet though. That's the only thing. So I'm going to go for one more bite. just to round this out, and hopefully he's not going to be too upset with me. I think he's going to have the same expression right after. Let's go for one more bite of the Dunk-A-Lantern Donut here on a pre-Halloween weekend stream. Halloween weekend Eve stream. Here we go. Wow. That is super tasty. Man. But my right side of my face right now is tripping. Man. Sugar rush. All right. So there you go. Pretty decent shot of the cream on the inside. There's a decent amount in here. And then naturally, our boy has lost his eye right there. You'll shoot your eye out from A Christmas Story. But yeah, take a look, guys. Not bad. It's very heavy on the icing, but I like this version compared to the Spider Donut. This actually has a lot going on with it. The icing is good. I only wish I had, instead of regular water that I'm drinking right now, if I had like some milk or something to go with, or some almond milk, it would be that much more. But very tasty. I would recommend this. This is $1.69 here in Southern Cali. But it's tasty for what this is, guys. Without a doubt, very, very tasty. But considering I had a ding dong not that long ago, I feel like my sugar is like crazy through the roof right now. So I am good with the sweets. I think that's it for me with that one. But really, really tasty stuff. Really, really tasty. Beer Drank, thanks so much, man. I appreciate you jumping on as we're beginning to round it out. I can't believe this is a very fast hour right now, guys. Very fast hour. I wanted to thank each and every one of you guys for joining me here tonight. Like I said, you guys have choices when it comes to content here on YouTube. I appreciate you swinging on by my little section of the universe to make it one of your choices tonight, especially on a holiday weekend eve. Thank you so much. Hopefully you entertained. I entertained you somewhat to show you a few things and to have a few treats with you and to celebrate the year, and also to let you know how grateful I am for each and every one of you guys for being on here right now. All my day ones from back in the day, all the way up to all the current peeps that are in there in effect. Not sure if we hit 40,000 yet. If one of you guys can maybe check to see if maybe the ticker is off at the same time. But by the next time I see you guys, we're going to be well past that point there, and I appreciate you guys greatly. So thank you so much for that again and again. Of course, Annette, thank you so much for all the options for following me and all that good stuff as well. And let me just thank you in advance for 40,000 amazing peeps joining the channel here, coming up very, very soon. As once we hit the 39, it shouldn't be that much further after that when we get to the 40. That's going to be awesome right there. We'll have to see what happens. Annette Cervantes says we hit it. Very cool. Sometimes it drops and then it goes up again. It drops, it goes up again. So shout outs to each and every one of you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, guys. This is crazy to think about the milestones as we're beginning to go. I'm having so much fun creating content on, literally almost daily, it feels like, for you there, 3 or 4 times a week. Definitely enjoying the stuff there as well. And I'm telling you right now, it's just the more and more things are going to be coming down the road. We're going to have that much more fun here on the channel, especially on live streams as well. So I appreciate you guys jumping on here right now. And again, thank you for being here. Have a very safe weekend, a very safe holiday weekend, of course. Whatever you're going to do, be careful out there. Take a look. If you guys are taking kids trick-or-treating, check the candies. There's a fentanyl situation right now, which is kind of a little bit more widespread, which is crazy to even read about and to hear. So please, please protect those that you love and make sure you just check those things, because no matter how old you get, there's always craziness going on around you, especially around Halloween. So please, at the same time. Beer Drag, time to have a beer and 2 and then retire. Nice, nice. I know it's late for you right now, brother, but thank you so much for jumping on, and thank you for the super chat donations to all the amazing peeps who have done that, of course, and those who may have done it on PayPal, which I won't know till after the fact. You guys are definitely going to be acknowledged down below in the description box as well from when the replay goes live on Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So again, thank you so much for that as well. And Chuilor, what's for dinner tonight? I'm going to be going very light. I haven't really decided, because after the ding dong and this, and I was kind of snacking a little bit before, I think I'm good for a little bit, but I'm going to watch an episode of Midnight Club right now, and then I have a couple of things I have to do before naturally just getting ready to go to sleep, because it's been a very long week at the same time. I can totally feel you right now, BDS, with time to retire. It has definitely been one of those weeks. So shout outs to all of you guys. Let's see, need a salted caramel Casper situation. Yeah, that would be awesome. Have salted caramel. Maybe next time if they redo them, that would be pretty cool as well. So Guys, I'm going to be here in the chat for about another minute or so until it times out, so I'll try and type back as much as I can for anything that it requires. I'll just try and send out some stuff to you guys, as I always do. But with that, this is Ian K closing out the live stream officially, a pre-Halloween weekend live stream, the pre-Halloween weekend celebration, I should say. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel, so why you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times as always, guys. Watch for the new review coming tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then this replay will be up on Sunday. And then you may have another little trick or a treat on Monday, Halloween itself, at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because I always want to go out with a bang, so to speak. So chances are you're going to see something. Wink, wink, wink. And we'll go from there. So, guys, thanks so much for jumping on. Annette, I'm so glad that you're back on this week as well. Hope you're doing all right. As well too, and you're still feeling as good as you possibly can. And thanks to everybody for being here right now. Jackie Hero Food Reviews, also Drew's Food Reviews in effect, BDS, Beer Drank Shorty in effect, all the amazing mods, and all the peeps who may be creeping from the background who are not making themselves known. I appreciate you being here right now. Love and light to everybody watching the stream here. If you're catching this on the replay, thank you so much. Be very safe, be very happy this weekend for Halloween, because I know I'm extremely happy. It's definitely my time. But unfortunately, the depression sets in at midnight on Halloween, because then once November 1st kicks in, we're going to start getting hit with Christmas ads. So it's coming. It's definitely coming. So we'll see you there. Hey, Wolf, I made it. Thanks for jumping on. You're now immortalized here in the chat. Great to see you. Great to see you. Maureen Descatato, happy Halloween as well. To everybody watching horror movies this weekend, you have my recommendations from earlier. Watch all of those movies this weekend. They are the best ones personally that I think you can watch. Outside of maybe the original Friday the 13th, actually, which was still a pretty awesome movie. And we'll go from there. So have a Subway weekend from Drew. Christmas everywhere Tuesday morning. I know it's already kind of beginning, Tony. Don't get me started right now. I'm telling you. Brandon, this was truly a night of the creeps. Oh, I see what you did there. Another great movie. Tom Atkins, another classic. Good times, good times. Guys, I love all of you. I know the chat is lighting up like mad right now. So just know that I'm thinking of each and every one of you guys. I appreciate you. I love seeing your names in the chat every week. And especially enjoying the content, all the direct messages that you guys send me as well, too. Thank you so much for doing what you do. And watch for some more great stuff coming up this week as well, as we lead into the new era of the channel, which is another new month. A lot of stuff coming, plus a whole changeover of holiday themes. So naturally, we're going into the holiday Christmas stuff as well. No live stream next Friday, just so you guys know. I need a little bit of a break aside from my regular content. So I'll be back that week after, but of course I can always be reached directly, direct message. And if anything you guys have you want to shoot my way, I'll be happy to take a look at, of course. So guys, stay safe, stay frosty as always. And like my boy Jay Nepper says, just to let him know, and of course, again, I'll be here in the chat for another minute or so. With that, I think I'm finally out. Happy Halloween, everybody. Peace.